Hello observer, welcome to my server. My name is John Oberth, and in this video I am going to be showing you some flow, teaching you how I do it and what goes through with it. I'm going to be teaching the values of White Tiger Medical Qigong as well as some Human Garage fascial maneuvers. I'm going to be doing the tiger and the dragon to help with health and longevity, to improve vitality and inner peace. So if you'd like, you can follow along as I can teach you along the way, or simply watch and learn something new so that you can apply it into your own practice. So with that being said, let us begin. Find yourself in a place where you can have a room to move, a room to breathe, and a place where you can be open to do what you need to do so you can fall into a deeper state of relaxation and alignment. The best place to start is by standing still, feeling the subtle energies, feeling the channel of your body, standing, holding space, relaxing your feet, rooting it beneath the earth, reaching all the way down to the earth's core, drawing this energy up, relaxing your toes, relaxing your feet, relaxing your ankles, up to your knees, into your hips, and straightening your spine. You can have a slight bend on the knees, head straight. Alright, now we are going to be beginning with some warm-ups. We are just going to be starting with some shaking. This is a very nice warm-up as it activates the whole body, shaking the hands, bouncing from the ankles, softening the knees, just like a rubber band, bouncing, elastic. You can sway side to side, one feet from the other, bring your hands to the side, shaking it to the side, feeling the rhythm of the body, just shaking as a unit. You can feel this rhythm is not something that you just do, it is part of you, it's almost a dance. This is how we fall back into being in love in our bodies, feeling how the body tells us what it needs, tells us where it needs to heal. It guides us to do what needs to be done, what moves we need to do. So I suggest that you allow yourself to feel your body and move with your breath. Now we can start bringing our legs up. This will warm up the knees to the sides, insides, outsides. Just do what you can do, what your body allows you to do. And at this point, you can feel your energy radiating from you. Your heart is much more alive. Your energy is much more there. And this is what we call this movement, knocking the doors of Qi. It's a very simple movement, planting your feet into the ground, having your knees slightly bent, looking side to side, and letting your arms just become like ropes, almost like fluid ropes, like it's like a water wave. You just let it slap around side to side, hitting your torso. You can bring it up a little bit, give it a flick at the very end, and it's nice to open your eyes and see where your eyes can reach your view. how far can you look while having your feet planted. This is my favorite movement while sunsets, sunrise. This is my favorite move as it gives me back some energy. Now I'm going to be teaching you something that is very simple, but it is missed by many practitioners. This is how to collect the chi. As you may know, as we move the body in this rhythmic motion of flow, we are moving energy, moving stagnation. And we need to also direct this energy that we've gathered while we do this and condense it into the lower dantian. This move right here I learned from Troy Casey, the health nut. I forgot the name, but it is just swinging. You can see my feet is changing side to side, goes to my toe, and then I plant the other foot. And it's really stretching the whole sides of my body, squeezing the organs. And as I breathe, I don't just breathe with the movements with this, I go for a long breath. So there's a maximum inhale, and I twist both sides, and a maximum exhale, and I twist both sides as well, while keeping a straight gaze. So at this moment, I am looking directly at the sun. I am just enjoying, absorbing the information the sun is giving me. And I'm just thinking, imagining like I'm holding this massive jar, a ball jar, and I'm just swinging that jar. This is the moment where I settle the chi. I bring it up and I bring it down like I'm pressing a coiled spring, very gentle and relaxed. And then I bring it into my lower dantian. The mudra right there is left hand and then right. So right over left for man and left over right for women. This is involving the yin and the yang. A male is a yang, female is a yin. So this right here, I interlocked my fingers and I am warming up my ankles, and this is also helping my neuroplasticity, helping my brain get connected into my body much better. I'm just doing 10 each sides, and then I reverse my interlock in my fingers and do the opposite side. So same thing, 10 on one clockwise, 10 anti-clockwise. So it's very simple, but it is not as simple when you're doing it. So you can have your foot tapping the ground or lifted. And right here I'm building up heat into my hands and I'm placing it over my kidneys, the life meter of the body. And I'm just giving like an extra stretch, breathing in, relaxing and stretching more. That's really squeezing my kidneys right there, bringing it out, getting rid of stagnation, any old chi. Right here I'm just doing some hip rotations, loosening up my hips, loosening up my knees, my ankles, keeping my head straight. I do this by imagining this thin silver thread connecting at my crown point, and it is connected to the heavens. So in Qigong, you'll find out that you are connected to the heavens, your crown is connected to the heavens, and your sole of your feet is connected, rooting into the earth. And you, as the center, you are the avatar, the conduit, the manifestation. And I just do the opposite side to I didn't really have a count how much I did. I just go for the feel. So start with a small circle and just get it bigger as you go along. And once you hit the maximum, go back in slower. And for the breathing, when I go forward, I breathe out, and as I go to my back, I exhale. Right here, I'm going to a Zhangzhuang position. As I learned, Zhangzhuang is Qigong, it's not parking. It is the pose where you have your knees slightly bent, your tailbone drop to the ground so your spine can be really straight from the tailbone all the way up to the crown. Chin slightly tucked in, feet parallel forward. So I'm adjusting right there a little bit, adjusting my spine because I have something I need to adjust my spine. I help with it with my breath. And I'm just inhaling, absorbing the chi from the earth, pulling it up from my feet, bringing it to the lower dantian where my hand is at. It's underneath the navel. And also, as I'm breathing in the chi from the heavens, drawing it to my crown, into my palms of my hands, and then I bring it to my lower dantian. How I do this, it's all intention. As you may know, attention goes where your attention goes, energy flows, blood goes, or blood follows after. So right here, I'm just trying something new, something that I seen online, and it's a dragon style. So it's working with the water element with the kidneys and the bladder. So bring my hands back to my kidneys and I go for a nice roll, breathing in, pulling the meridian line from the kidney all the way down, touching my toes to connect this circuit, and then bring it back up into my lower dantian to collect, back into my kidneys, and then I breathe in all the way to the top, and then exhale down, touching my toes to complete the circuit, touching my elbows to relax my back fully, and then doing the wave. You can see this in many yoga moves. You will know when you're doing the wave right because you feel that it's helping you. If you're doing it wrong, it's alright, you'll find it someday. You'll get there. Now, it's not about doing the perfect move, it's doing what you can do right now and improving just a tiny bit more. It's not about overstretching your body, it's not about pushing yourself to the maximum limits. It's about opening yourself even more so that you can get a little bit more. And right there, I just added a little flick. So when we flick out like that, we kick out our energy, so that means it draws energy back up. Here I start the Tiger Qigong. I push out my tiger paw, feet in a Mabu stance, horse stance, like I'm sitting in a horse. Try to point your toes straight forward. There's a lot into this movement. It is lung opening. It gets rid of grief and sadness and replaces it with a motion of joy and love. So I want to teach this move someday much better, but for now I'm just going to be voicing over what we can discuss in this move. So right there, I'm exhaling, shock absorption, and then now I'm recoiling. Inhale, straight spine, pulling my arms back, keeping my knuckles in a tiger paw. Inhale, arching the back a little bit and bringing this back down, and then going for a full exhale, maximum, and rotate the arm, relaxing. Inhale back up, stretch, and then we're gonna go for a push forward, arching the back, coil. This is a powerful move, and this can put you in your, this can make your heart rate go up fast, and this can make you dizzy sometimes if you haven't done it before. So I suggest, if you're trying Tiger Qigong from the White Tiger Medical Qigong, to practice it lightly. I want to someday teach this to people one-on-one, or maybe make a better video as a guidance, because there is a lot into this move. And that's me closing it, collecting the chi. And there's a meditation for this, in this movement. I can really feel my meridian lines opening up. I can feel my fascia, the hair in my body standing up. I'm really sweating beads at this moment, so I really wring out my lungs of the old chi, and as I'm gathering this new chi, exhaling grief and sadness, drawing in the white metal energy, bringing it to the top of the head, to the forehead, through the eyes, nose, cheeks, ears, mouth, throat, neck, shoulders, top of the lungs, all the way down to the large intestines, all the way down until I can collect this into my lower dantian. And there's also a sound that you can use. It's a sound for the lungs. Now I'm going with this breath rate right here. In Qigong, it's all about going with your breath rate. If you feel like you need to breathe faster, simply move a little bit faster. If you can slow it down so you can collect more chi, then do so. This helped me quit my smoking habit, because I want to get better at this and fix my skin, to have a better skin. I used to have a lot of acne and problems with my skin. So as I practiced Qigong, and I found out that there's correlation to all of this. From the inside reflects out. There's also a term called the macrocosm and the microcosm. The macrocosm being a part of the universe, the space outside of you. And the microcosm is the universe inside of us. Right here I'm collecting the chi. I'm expanding this energy that I have collected, and I am condensing it as I breathe out into this coalescing white pearl that I can save in my lower dantian, so that I can use it throughout the day, throughout my life. And right here, just a chi shower. The best thing you can do after a nice Qigong session is a chi shower. Some pats, some nice good pats. I love what I do. This is self-care. This is self-love. As in a modern age, we don't really take care of our bodies. We just focus on the external, listening to the music all the time, being drawn outside of us. And Qigong is a practice that brings our attention back into our bodies, back into the internal world, and the connection to our spirit, to God. It's there. It's always there. We're just so numbed out from the rat race, from this cycle of life that we just have to wake up, sleep, eat, shit, and that's it. But the cultivation of Qigong helped me become a more refined human. I have uncovered memories that are suppressed. I have opened my channels in a way where I have seen visions, and it's becoming more and more prominent. So bringing the energy back to the lower dantian is very important as we practice a more advanced Qigong, as there is something called rising Qi. Rising Qi is where the energy only rises up to the spine and to the brain, and it doesn't get collected into the lower dantian. There are many practices out there in yoga, in Dr. Joe Dispenza, that only rises the chi to open the pineal gland, but it never really talks about collecting this chi that we have risen into the lower dantian, and this can cause some problems. But yes, it's okay. I worked through it. I learned. I have practiced many forms, and right here, right now, this is the dragon. This is my favorite form. As a individual that got stuck at a very young age into watching porn, this helped me collect my energy back, as it works from the kidney, the life meter, and the bladder. This works with our shame and fear. The bladder. It is the element of water, the color of blue and black. So I'm going to do the opposite side now. Again, you can just copy what you can see here, but if you want a real in-depth, a more feel, a more juicy thing, you have to let me know. I have my Instagram, John of Earth, and I also have my contact info somewhere in I think I have a link somewhere. But just feel free and comment. I might see your comment someday, and I'll just make a group someday, or maybe an individual call. I'm still at the beginning of this, and there is so much for me to learn and so much for me to share. It is a journey within. I'm also born in December 25, 2000, year of the dragon. So maybe that's something that's why I like this form a lot, because I am a year of the dragon. So I condense the chi and I bring it up, and then I keep my back foot right there straight and facing 45-degree in, and the front foot is slightly bent in a warrior pose. Right here, exhale, I breathe, and I give it a nice stretch. I get a little crack in my back, and I liked it. Condense the chi, raise the chi. So in Qigong, something that's why I want to teach it properly, because there's so much fundamentals movement to it, to ensure the safety of the body, to ensure the knees are properly aligned so it doesn't snap out of place, so that the meridian lines are in line and the energy can flow much more freely. And these subtle things are so simple to miss, and sometimes I don't even know if I missed it. But always come back to the feel. I practiced this through the book, and now I am a student of White Tiger Medical Qigong. I am learning the breath now, of the 5 elements, and so far the journey has been very, very interesting, and It's been worth it. I saved up my money to get this class, and every penny so far is worth it. So it is really a life transforming journey. As you may know, I am still young, but I have worked to the point where my body started hurting. I don't know if it's this generation, the food, the nutrients, or maybe the environment factor that like gives so much young adults back pain. Like, why do we suffer through back pain at such a young age? A lot of elder people telling us, when I was young, I was way stronger. And I'm just scratching my head, wondering, why am I hurting at my age? So I had to find something that can heal me, something that I can do as a job, as a career that suits me. And from what I found, I tried yoga. Yoga made me very flexible, and the thing about it is hyper flexibility injuries. So in Qigong, what I learned is that it's the balance. And also I became a really good meditator to the point where I can feel all the fascia in my body just like saying hi to each and every single cell in my body, and this radiates from my heart all the way to the cells and throughout to my bones, and it raises the hair in my skin. So far that's how far I've reached. I don't know how far I'll get. Some people can do telekinesis, some people can levitate, some people can move with the wind, some people can do all that stuff, and some people have levitated. But that point is very far still. And I think if someone levitates or somebody can fly, then you have to hide your identity after that. Yeah, I think so. But because people will be scared. Right there, I'm just doing some tapping on my head, my face. This is still a chi wash, chi shower, but I'm just doing something a little different. So I'm using my fingers to tap all parts of my body. I learned this from Troy Casey, slapping the balls. Um, it's a good practice if you want to cultivate more testosterone. And I also started tapping into semen retention, and this really helped me quit my porn addiction, get me off of that, and refine my energy into so that I can become a more vibrant person, a more magnetic person. And the practice of Qigong, refinement of energy, and semen retention just perfectly goes hand in hand, because when we do hold our semen, right, as men, we tend to just hold it down there and it builds pressure. So when it builds pressure down there, it just wants to burst out. But the practice of Qigong is to bring this energy throughout the body so it can be healing. Right here I'm doing antler twist. Antler twist I learned from Human Garage, and I'm just breathing, moving with the breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And I did a twist where my right hand is twisting up and my left hand is twisting down, because our body is naturally going in this like negative twist. So I'm just recalibrating it, breathing. Human Garage teaches this for free. They have an app, and the way they get money is from people buying supplements from their website also. So they teach the free movements, and if you want to support them, you can just give them donation or simply buy some of the supplements that they include in the package if you want to do that. But I didn't have to do that because I have done my very much hippie knowledge of where to buy the cheapest products in the grocery store, like grocery outlets and any place. I'm doing a tongue stretch right here after I did my jaw release. Right here is I forgot the name of this move, but it opens up the back, and all you have to do to remove the fascia is give it a stretch, a nice gentle stretch, and breathe. This is how we move the fascia. Stretch and breathe. So that's why the breath is so important with any forms of fixing yourself. The breath is the key foundation of all this. It's the connection from our spirit to the physical. I'm doing a twist in my ear now, so I'm remembering which eye is lower, so I'm gonna twist that like to bring it up pretty much. So this is restructuring my whole body. So from what I learned from Human Garage and all the fascia and the kinetic chains is that when one side of the body is kinked, for example, one eye is higher than the other eye, this reflects throughout the whole body. So there's a chain. So after you do those movements, you try to walk it off, shake it off, so the body can integrate it. And this is the Human Garage famous for, totally twisted. So tongue by the side of the cheek, breathing in through the nose only, looking as far as you can, twisting, relaxing down, relax your shoulder. So this movement is really helpful as it opens up the back and it can realign the whole body. This is a very powerful move. This includes a cerebral spinal fluid going up your spine and hitting your pineal gland. So when you practice this and learn from Human Garage, I can also teach it, but not in this class, of course. I'm just discussing what I've learned and sharing my wisdom. But as you learn this in Human Garage, in their app or their website, or even just looking through Facebook, you will understand that these are some powerful stuff. You can get really high from doing this. Energy going up your spine, hitting your pineal gland, so pretty much giving your brain brain orgasm. And it's opening for the body. Opens the meridian lines, opens the stagnant chi. This can make you really sweaty after. If you go dizzy, I suggest to take pause or maybe do it in a seated position or have someone hold you. Human Garage always advise having people hold others. As the body becomes more relaxed, the more contact point it has. So having a partner to give you more contact points does help you go deeper into these types of maneuvers. I really enjoy learning many different forms of realigning and calibrating the body. This is one of something that I'll definitely teach as a help me with my back pain after working in the cannabis industry, always with my back bent, lifting heavy stuff, using my back for all the work that I need to accomplish took a toll. And I went to the chiropractor. The only thing is, if you don't have money to pay the chiropractor, you're pretty much done for. So what are you gonna do? You look for a solution, something that's free, something that is tangible, something that's right there. And this is something that I found that I can do to help me alleviate my back pain and heal it, to become strong again, to open up this stuck fascia. So pretty much fascia can store emotion, and emotion is like a trauma. It can hold memory, store memories, and stuck energy. So that's what pretty much happened in my back. Just I didn't like to work there anymore. Just that thought in my head because of the pain, and then it just keeps on stacking up, just like a cycle. And then until one day, it just hurt so much that I couldn't even do it anymore. I had to just quit on the day. But I loved that work. I loved it. But it's just time to evolve and go in the next phase of life. And yeah, right here I'm just doing some figure eights and just some spins, because doing the spins lets the body recalibrate and integrate what just happened because it could be a very intense experience, and emotion can sometimes be released. Right here we're going for Zhangzhuang and collecting all that chi again. And then the heart and brain coherence. Breathing in, bring the attention to the heart. Bring everything out, attention to the brain, feeling the pulsation. Back to the heart, just breathing. Back to the brain, heart, and leading with your heart. Thank you. This is it. Thank you so much. My name is John O'Birth. Hope to see you again soon.